Good morning. Today's read aloud is called Pete the Cat and His Four Groovy Buttons. And it's written by Eric Litwin and it's illustrated by James Dean. Pete the Cat and His Four Groovy Buttons. Pete the Cat put on his favorite shirt with four big, colorful, round, groovy buttons. He loved his buttons so much, he sang this song. My buttons, my four groovy buttons. My buttons, my four groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? Can you count how many buttons are left? 3. 4 minus 1 equals 3. 3. Groovy. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my three groovy buttons. My buttons, my three groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? How many buttons are left on his shirt? 2. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my two groovy buttons. My buttons, my two groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My button, my one groovy button. My button, my one groovy button. Pop! Oh no, the last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 0. 1 minus 1 equals 0. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. Pete looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? His belly button! And he kept on singing his song. It's all good. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. The end. I hope you liked my story today. Today you could draw a picture of Pete the Cat and you could make some buttons on his shirt and maybe you could make a subtraction problem like he did. Maybe one of your buttons could pop off. I would love to see your picture. If you draw it, show it to me. I'd love to see it. A big hug from me to you. See you next time.